questioner is Pamela from Wheatland. Pamela, thanks for staying on the call. What's your question?
Well, first of all, I'd like to let you know that all my daughters serve their country, 3 of them, and 1's out and 2 are still in. So I have a very concern for our security, not only here in the homeland, but everywhere else. Okay.
Well, first of all, God bless you and your daughters. It really is a service, not only on their part, but it's an entire family affair, because I'm sure you worry about them when they're deployments. So really, thank you and your entire family for your service to this nation.
Well, it goes farther than that. My dad and my POW, Vietnam, Navy SEALs. The family protects the homeland. So the family here protects the homeland. What I'd like to bring up is, first of all, I do not trust the president. I do not consider. We don't even know who he is. So first of all, we don't know who he is. We have Homeland Security, and of course you're representing Homeland Security. What I'm saying is we have grassroots people, which is the National Guard. National Guard, and they're vetted. These are vetted people. Obama's never been vetted. So anybody that brings up the president, and I can go back to Iraq and the commander of the whole coalition, and what happened to that man in our states. He came back to America, and he wanted to get into politics. His name is Sanchez. Franks was the first commander. He retired. Sanchez took his place. When Sanchez came back to America, and he was a Christian, and he would pray, and I know this because I have family members that watched over that man. And he would pray. When he came back to America, his house got burned down. So what I'm trying to say is people of importance, lives are in danger. And I take it from the federal government. So what I'm trying to say is I do not trust our federal government one iota. I think Giuliani said it the best. He doesn't love America. Giuliani would have done anything for New York City because he loves it. I would do anything for my family. I would do anything for my country. I have. Each one of my children serves their country. So what I'm trying to say is we have National Guard. I don't trust this federal government. We can use National Guard. Why are we counting so much on federal government when we have National Guard to protect our homeland?
Okay, well,
we have the people. We have the people.
Right. Well, again, Pamela, thank you and your family, and it sounds like generations of them, for the service of your country. The Department of Homeland Security has a number of different agencies, including the Coast Guard, Counterterrorism Task Force. I mean, there's so many things involved in it. A top priority of the federal government, constitutionally, literally is national defense. It is security of the homeland. And, so in so many things where the federal government has expanded beyond its enumerated powers, I agree. I think Americans should have a very healthy distrust of the federal government doing all these things that it shouldn't be doing, and we really should be devolving that power back to the states. But when it comes to national defense, I think there are 8 out of 18 enumerated powers having to do with the national defense, and who else is going to do that? And so, I have hearings with these individuals. I am talking to them in a secured setting. The people that are trying to keep this nation safe, like your family members, like the people that work in the Department of Homeland Security, I think they're dedicated patriots. They take their responsibilities very seriously. And by the way, they are very serious responsibilities. These are real threats. And so it's remember when Hillary Clinton, in response to my question, said, "What difference at this point does it make?" I mean, the difference it makes is that it is important that the American people trust the federal government to do the things it must do, keep this nation safe. And it's corrosive when it does other things, when they use the IRS as a political weapon. I mean, we can take it down. We can agree on some of the reasons why you shouldn't, why people do trust or distrust the federal government, why they have a healthy distrust for it. I mean, that's fine. But what I'm hoping to do, certainly serving with people both sides of the aisle on my Homeland Security Committee, is find those areas of agreement so we can restore the faith and trust in the functions of the government, keeping this nation safe, securing our homeland, so the American people can be proud of what the federal government does in that area, and we actually can succeed working together. So that's why in the end I supported funding Department of Homeland Security. I hope that gets done so that there's not even a partial shutdown. But again, Pamela, thank you and your family for your service to this country and for your questions, staying on the call. Our next caller is Sue from